Have a look at this thing. Isn't that awesome? I mean, it's a generator, clearly, okay, so that's not what's awesome about it. Well, it is, but what's really awesome is I got this thing for free. Somebody was throwing it away. So I asked them, and they said, yeah, well, it's not working. And I thought, well, it probably isn't. But that doesn't mean that all of it's not working, and it doesn't mean that bits can't be used or refurbished or cleaned up or repurposed. So this will have cost a lot of money. It's pretty old. There's some really nice gear on here though. So here's a big old 3 kilowatt generator. We can take that off, we can clean it up and maybe make a wind turbine out of it. Here we've got a really nice motor right there. Now I've been interested for absolutely ages in making hydrogen generation, so converting a normal motor to burn hydrogen and then looking at 2 ways of generating hydrogen. One's electrolysis of urea and the other is the high voltage arcing of aluminium. So I wanted to have a look at both of those and run an engine off it. But of course this is probably about £5,000 worth of gear when it was new. I'm not going to spend £5,000 doing something like that. But when I saw this, I just thought, well, you know, what a weird world we live in. I often get comments actually about why would you bother doing what you're doing, and to be honest I find that really weird. We worry about things like global warming and overpopulation, and yet we persist in this consume, consume, consume mentality. If you need something, buy it. When you're done with it, throw it away. This kind of thing is an anathema to me. I don't really understand it, because if you can repurpose, reuse, repair bits and pieces that you think you're going to need, then surely that will cut down on the amount we consume, and that really has got to have a huge impact on our world. If we just don't consume as much, if we consumed 3/4 of what we did, then the increase in world population by another quarter, which is about 2 billion people, won't have an impact beyond today. So maybe we ought to be looking at the way we behave, looking at how we consume things, looking at why it is that we just throw things away. So I asked the guy if I could have this, and he thought it was a bit crazy, to be honest, but he said yeah, and I thought, well, that's awesome. So I brought this here, and I have a plan with it, obviously, because here we've got a whole nice electronics, here we've got a lovely generator, here we've got a fantastic motor. So I'm going to take these bits to pieces, really, and repurpose them in other things. Like I say, I'm thinking about a wind turbine for this thing. Don't know what's in here, so we'll have to have a look, but there's clearly going to be some regulation, so it'll probably go into the wind turbine. This one I'm thinking about hydrogen generation and then running a motor from a hydrogen generator. So I've got quite a few plans for this. Obviously the first thing to do is to take it to pieces and find out which bits are working and which bits aren't, and which bits we can actually refurbish and reuse. So obviously I'll be doing videos on that, how we can actually reuse this fantastic piece of equipment which was basically just going to the bin. Anyway, it is a bit of a soapbox, so I understand that, and I'll get off my soapbox now. But I wanted to tell you about the plan of what I was going to do with this thing, because when I came across this, I was just super excited. I mean, how often do you find something like this lying on the side of the road? Actually, depressingly often, I think, because I equally drove past 2 bicycles that I wanted, because I was thinking about that electric cart using the alternator motor that we've done, weld 2 bicycles together, stick on the alternator, put our batteries in and make an electric cart. I was equally thinking about that. But by the time I got to the bicycles, somebody else had got there before me, so that was a shame. But this one I got, and I'm really excited to be able to do something with this, and I'll do videos on it, and hopefully you'll enjoy watching those videos too. So thank you very much for watching, hope you enjoyed this one, and let's do something with this marvellous piece of equipment.